a ZooLife magazine presentation. Today on ZooLife, Hanna takes you on an African safari deep in the heart of Texas, where game viewing is a hands-on, up-close experience. And at the Fort Worth Zoo, relive the Old West, when life on the frontier was still wild and woolly.
To me, there's not a more thrilling sight than the animals of Africa running free across the open plains. We're on safari, but this is not Africa. This is the American West. And we're about 75 miles south of Dallas, Texas, where the African animals roam right alongside the animals from Asia and America. And many of these are endangered species. And they found a refuge here, a home on the range. What was once Texas cattle country is now a 3,000-acre spread called Fossil Rim. It's also home to another endangered species, the American cowboy. At Fossil Rim, the hired hands tend bucking broncos, too wild for a rodeo ride. Cowboys here care for and breed animals that are vanishing or are already extinct in the wild. We took a 3-day safari through Fossil Rim that brought us closer to wild animals than most African expeditions. Safari campers traveled from as far away as New York, Maryland, and Washington, D.C.
I must tell you that this is a very unique thing for the three couples. We're celebrating 120 years of marriage together.
Seeing all the sights.
40 of us each.
That's why we came.
40 years each
Of marriage.
Oh.
To the same person.
Our naturalist, Nick Davis, whisked us off by Jeep to the Foothill Safari Camp, deep in the heart of Fossil Rim.
Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Foothill Safari Camp at Fossil Rim, and to say it's a pleasure to have everyone here.
It was clear from the beginning that roughing it would never be so easy. This was going to be the ultimate camping trip. This is the lodge here?
That's right. This is where we'll meet early tomorrow morning when we go out on the first game drive.
Wow.
And down over here we have the watering hole where in the evening hours all the animals will come down.
It's just like Africa.
That's right. And this is your tent where you're going to be spending the night.
Boy, this is nice, man. Whew. This is like the army.
No.
What about animals and things?
There's the odd snake that'll slide in during the evening hours, but you don't have to worry too much about that.
As in Africa, dawn is the time when it is cool. The animals are alert. There is a feeling of expectancy. This is the time to witness nature's dramas unfold.
What's the dark animal?
This is the male black buck, and he's native to India. Black bucks are very territorial. See how the way he's walking and his ears are held down and his tail, when it was curled up, he's now gone back down. It's one of the kind of threat gestures they have between other males, because they're kind of warning the one male that this is the edge of his boundary. And usually if the other male won't back off, what they'll do is they'll turn around and they'll have a fight.
Yeah, Nick, he'll vouch for this. There might be the... Look, see, he's right on the road. He's going to attack the bus, or he's going to attack the Jeep. Melvin, take a picture before you eat your hat. Melvin, watch out, Melvin! Oh, no! Melvin's being attacked by an ostrich! Don't keep that thing away from me. I don't like ostriches. Hey! Oh, here he comes, right here. He comes right here, right here he's coming. Oh, he likes you, Nick. Look at there. Oh. Now, I guarantee you on safari you don't see this. Wow. Holy mackerel. Get out of here. Oh, you gonna choke, Nick?
No.
Huh? Look at that. Look at that.
If you notice, he's putting all the feed right here. Now, if you watch his neck in a few minutes, you'll see it all slide down his neck.
What you're seeing here today is just as good as you're going to see on safari in many ways. I mean, it's just, you can't duplicate it any more than what they've done here at Fossil Rim. Aren't those scimitar oryx? Man, there's only a few of them left in the wild.
These come from over in Africa.
Are you breeding them here?
What we're trying to do is build up a captive situation here and build the numbers up. And I mean, the ultimate goal is to take some of these animals and start to reintroduce them back into the wild. So if you like, a lot of the zoos in Fossil Rim are becoming modern-day Noah's Arks. We're bringing them in 2 by 2, and we're keeping them here in these facilities until kind of the floodwaters of destruction can go down, and we can actually start reintroducing them. Does everybody want to run in real quick and get a cup of coffee and warm up?
Hey, Chef John, what's for dinner? Been out on safari all day. I'm hungry.
There you go.
Man, I'm hungry.
Start with vegetables here. I'm going to have a little roast tenderloin tonight, some grilled salmon.
The experience here isn't just, you know, I've already eaten one of your meals. It isn't just going on a safari.
Right.
It's knowing that I'm not going to come back and eat some rubber duck. You know, I'm talking about some chicken you flop against the wall, some bread you wouldn't even feed a fish with.
Right.
I mean, look at these things. What do you got all these apples anyway? It looks like grass.
The red skin potatoes with some rosemary on.
Oh, that's show you. I've been on safari too long. Dinner is served in the glass-walled dining pavilion. Africa was never like this. Here's a toast to the chef. Yeah, the best food in Texas, in Africa, and everywhere.
That's right.
Made the Texas islands.
Home where the buffalo roam, and I'll show you
I think I hear wolves out here at Fossil Rim. They told me it wasn't dangerous. I know better. I'm going back to my tent. I'm out of here. It's hard to believe that 66 million years ago, Fossil Rim used to be part of the Gulf of Mexico. Dinosaurs actually used to live here. And what's even more amazing is that all these fossils are everywhere. And to be this old, I guess that's how they got the name Fossil Rim. These life forms from the dinosaur age have long been extinct. Today, Fossil Rim's mission is to rescue as many species as possible before they too meet the same fate. Top priority is given to breeding the rare African white rhino. Just hours old, the first white rhino ever born at Fossil Rim brings hope for the future breeding of these ancient creatures. Weighing in at 120 pounds at birth, this baby will gain strength and begin to grow until it reaches its adult weight of around 3 tons. But no greater success story can be told than that of Fossil Rim's cheetah breeding efforts. There are as few as 5,000 cheetahs left in the wild. Successful captive breeding is critical to the cheetah's immediate survival. Historically, cheetahs have not bred well in captivity, but at Fossil Rim, 63 cheetahs have been born in the last 8 years. I wanted to find out what the secret to success is in breeding this incredible animal. So I went behind the scenes with Fossil Rim Animal Care Coordinator, Kelly Snodgrass. So this is one of your cheetah compounds?
Right, we have 2 different cheetah facilities. This area back here, we can provide a semi-natural area, and this is one that the public does not see on their normal drive-through. Driving down the road when we're coming to feed, they run along the fence, and these pins are long enough where they can get up to, you know, pretty good speed. I've clocked one up to 50 miles an hour along this road.
Wow. Wow, look at him coming, man. Look at that one go.
There we go, there we go.
Wow. Cool. No, here's one right here. Look at this one. Cool. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, you can move, can't you?
Yeah.
Come on, Keena. Come on, Keena.
They're made for speed. Everything about them is made for speed, and that's the way you want to keep. You want to keep them in good condition. You don't want to feed them all that they'll eat, otherwise you wind up with fat cheetah that just, you know, that are not good breeders. You want them to be lean, healthy cats.
You know, there's no way we can give them the amount of exercise that they would get in the wild, so we've got to regulate their body condition with diet and whatever exercise we can give them.
Okay, we're going to play ball now, right, Kelly?
You bet. This is what I was saying earlier about trying to exercise them as much as we can.
I'm staying right behind you.
All right.
I'm like glue, man.
You know, when there's more of them, they try to get around behind you, and that's when it gets exciting, is when they, you know, they get behind you. Give it a good heave.
Here I go. Oh, I see. That activity stimulates them like a kill.
Absolutely.
I guess that really helps.
It does. It doesn't seem like much, but when you combine this little bit of activity with the activity before they're fed, and you know, the activity they get through the day by seeing the animals outside of their enclosure, and you know, stirring some of those instinctive processes that go on in their mind, I think it all adds up.
I never met anybody that takes care of cheetahs that wears boots and a cowboy hat. That's cool. In the zoo business, I gotta wear this dumb safari suit.
I'll tell you what, there's a reason for this apparel. They will slap your feet every now and then, so you've got to have something on them.
Owners Jim Jackson and Christine Jerzakowski seem intent on making Fossil Rim one of the leading conservation centers in the world, as well as an appealing tourist attraction. Have you been to Africa a lot before?
We've been to Africa this many times. We've never been to Africa.
Wait a minute now. Neither one of you have ever been to Africa.
Never.
I've been to Africa 16 times. I've been there. The point is, this is exactly how you would do it in Africa, and you're telling me neither one of you have been to Africa.
Well, this was our vision of how it should be done, but that didn't mean it's the right way. It was our dream of how it should be.
Now, when you were both children, did you have pets?
I spent some years in my childhood in Brazil, in the Amazon, and that's where I got the bug. But I never followed it. I'm not a scientist in any way. It's just an understanding that somehow we're all part of one big whole, and it would be a shame to lose so many of its parts.
So for the people watching, it just proves that you don't have to have a doctor's degree in biology or be a zoo director or be anybody like this to save wildlife.